Okay, it's that time of year again. You know the drill. The lists are getting longer, the pressure's on, and you're facing that classic challenge. What do you get the people you care about? Especially the book lovers. But hey, don't worry, because we're about to dive into the ultimate cheat sheet that will make your book gifting an absolute breeze this year.
Seriously, we've all been there, right? You're staring at the shelves in a bookstore, or you're scrolling and scrolling online just thinking, have they already read this? Will they even like this? It can feel totally impossible. How in the world do you find a book that you know for sure they're going to love?
Well, what if I told you the answer was hiding inside this number? 6.26 million. Now, that's not a price tag, it's not a sales number. That is the number of votes cast in just 1 year for a massive global book award. And that, right there, is our secret weapon. That's right. The solution isn't trying to outsmart a critic or guess what's on some fancy curated list. No, the answer is right there in the Goodreads Choice Awards, the single biggest reader-voted book award on the entire planet. This is where millions of actual readers tell us exactly what books they couldn't put down. So what exactly are these awards anyway? Before we can turn them into our perfect gifting tool, we gotta understand how they work. So let's break it down real quick. Okay, so here's the deal, and it's actually pretty simple but really powerful. Unlike almost every other big literary prize, there's no secret panel of critics or some hidden jury. Nope. Since 2009, Goodreads has just handed all the power over to its users. Across 20 different categories, everything from fantasy to history, millions of votes decide the winners. It's basically a pure popularity contest in the absolute best way.
And the timing? Oh, it's perfect for holiday shopping. Voting kicks off in mid-November with a couple of rounds. And then, the final winners are announced in early December. This means you get a fresh, totally verified list of the year's most loved books, right when you need it most. It's perfect.
Okay, so they're popular. Big deal, right? But how do we actually turn that popularity into the perfect gift? Let's dig into why these awards are so much more than just some fun online poll. This is where the magic happens.
So here's the crucial point. The winners represent this massive signal from the audience. These aren't just books critics think we should be reading. They're the books people actually read, absolutely loved, and were passionate enough to vote for. The categories line up perfectly with what someone's personal taste is, which makes the whole thing an authentic, crowdsourced shortcut to a guaranteed winning gift.
And this, right here, just sums it all up beautifully. Think of that final winners list not as just a list of winners, but as your own personal shopping guide. It's the perfect cheat sheet for matching the right person to the right book. It's that simple.
All right, let's get tactical. With 20 different categories, it can still feel like, okay, where do I even start? I'm going to give you a super simple, reusable framework that will help you build the perfect 10-book shopping list. You don't have to get overwhelmed by all the options. We're just going to build a balanced, thoughtful list. You start with the big hitters, fiction, thriller, romance, fantasy, the books that cover the widest range of tastes. Then, from there, we just strategically fill in the gaps to make sure we've got everyone on your list covered.
And here it is. This is your blueprint. By just picking the winner from each of these 10 categories, you've created a master list. You've got the perfect book club pick, you've got the airport thriller, the feel-good romance, you have the prestige book for that serious reader, the nonfiction book that will start a million conversations, a moving memoir, even something for teens and the whole family. And that wildcard slot? That's your secret weapon for the person who you swear has read everything.
What this means is, when you use this framework, you're not just grabbing random bestsellers off a shelf. You are curating a thoughtful, balanced collection of gifts. You're guaranteeing there is a perfect, reader-approved book for literally every single person on your holiday list. It's efficient, it's effective, and honestly, it's just plain smart.
So you've got the framework. You know why it works. Now, what do you actually do when the winners are finally announced in early December? Let's make sure you're totally ready to put this whole plan into action.
Okay, a couple of quick but really crucial tips here. First, do use the official Goodreads site. Until they announce the real winners, everything else you see out there is just hype and predictions. And don't get the categories mixed up. The winner for fiction is going to be different from the winner for debut novel. Pay attention to those details. It's the key to finding that absolutely perfect book. So as we're all waiting for that announcement in early December, you can already start thinking. Look at your gift list, think about the readers in your life, and have that 10-book framework ready to go. The only question left is, when those winners are finally revealed, which category will you be checking first?